Everybody, I'm not very see today session start late, but it wasn't my fault. I get problem with this my internet. I don't know why. So now I'm using my data. I'm using my data, you know. When I know vet, I just take corner. I look this man you give. That's the one net them. This one don't collect bribe. Don't give them busy. The T busy. See all that. Anyway, so now this is it's time for it's African time. I think I'll have on that podcast. I'm gonna call African time. So you know when you're listening to this African time, you get what I'm saying. You get me, fam. You get me? But you see, when me I go England, yeah, not be London I go school, you know. So now Liverpool, me I know hear all those. You get me? What's going on, mate? How you doing, buddy? I know you hear all those kind, but all those Scousers. I know it's called Scousers. Them Steven Gerrard, Wayne Rooney. How you doing? What about you? Chicken and chips. Nah, boy side I do up north, fam. And I know I was like, hear nothing. That's fucking amazing. Can you play saxophone? It's fucking amazing, lot. English accent, too. I'm gonna die. I say, get whatever I go one town for England, they call St. Helens. Now, like 45 minutes from Liverpool. When I read that St. Helens, they talk to me like this. They say they speak English. I know they look like this. I don't hear bye. Or when the people they talk, bye. I know you they talk. I don't look like this. I say, hey, I never hear English finish. What is this one they tell me so? Anyway. Well, I know I have a treat for us. The next bird's eye view, before I go into the topic today, the first bird's eye view, you know, where I go, the next bird's eye view where I go do, you know, very soon we'll be ready with the podcast. We don't talk with the people we go host time. We don't find African home for the podcast, you know, instead of hosting it on all this Oyibo, their platform, you know, we don't see better platform that is owned by Africans, run in Africa, you know. Anyway, so very soon we're going to do. But the next one I want to do for now, the next bird's eye view, you know, I'm going to discuss how America take America, how the Europeans took America from the Amerindians. You know what the people that they call Native Americans, their real title are the Amerindians, the owners of the Americas. You understand? You know, I want to show now how they not be say you just go there one day take all their land. Oh, no, they do one. I want to show now the role where the Amerindian elites play towards the destruction and elimination of their own people. Today, the Native Americans are less than 10% of the American population. You understand what I'm saying? In their own land. In South America, they are even less. In South America, they are even less. In Australia, even less. In New Zealand, even less. You know. So I'm going to discuss with you people the role the elites of the Amerindians played, you know, in the destruction and elimination of their own people. I want to compare the situation there then and the situation we would do for Africa today. You understand? You know, and see the similarities, you know, and to see whether in 100 years time, just like them, this is how we too will end up. You understand? You know, but today's topic, a very interesting one. We are not our government. Excuse me. We are not our government. And I picked this topic because many people, they always talk, say Nigerians are representation of their government, blah 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 blah. First and foremost, we choose our government, really. Our government choose itself. They choose themselves. You understand? We know they live for the kind society where we, as the citizens of, we don't even get citizenship. Really. So now citizenship, now we even say give us the right to choose government. We never get citizenship. That's why even our politicians call us the masses. You can never hear any American government or European government, they talk for news, and their president or prime minister, they talk, they say the masses of England, the masses of France. No, it's the citizens of England, the citizens of France, the citizens of Germany. Only for Nigeria and Africa, if our politicians want to address the people, now the masses. You understand? So, and we don't play a lot of roles. We are oppressed and dominated people living in bondage. One of the things what they do, we always blame people when people act, like the oppressor, when we act like our leaders. And there's a reason why we act like them. I don't explain this thing so many times, and I will tell you that again. Anybody will want to learn why they behave like the oppressor sometimes, if you're interested in exercising the spirit of the oppressor from your body, if you're interested in understanding your own contradictions, the things where they do where contradict your existence as the oppressed, why is the oppressed also an oppressor? If you want to answer these questions, you must not be some question if you just answer by yourself. Now, serious question where you need help and mentorship and study. And the best teacher for this is a man called Paulo Freire. I don't talk many times. The name of the book is The Pedagogy of the Oppressed. The Pedagogy of the Oppressed. Pedagogy is spelled Pedagogy. Pedagogy of the Oppressed. This book explains, and you go take and learn. You understand? You go take and learn within they affect you, why you be like that. And one of the main reasons why we be like that now because of our educational system. You understand? That's the primary reason. Because when we go to schools designed by our elites. So it depends on the nature of your elites. You understand? If your elites are oppressive, by the time you come out of education, they don't use the education to validate oppressive behavior in your life. That's why when you go to school, they allow so many people to oppress you in school, from your teacher to your so-called senior to the bullies. Even when you come out of your school, the police, LASMA, soldier, navy, anybody in position of authority is given the opportunity to oppress you so that you think it is the way to be. Knowing fully well, say all our oppressors were also trained by slave masters. Forget all this cloak where they wear, say they be a priest, missionary priest. The first slave ship in Africa was called our Lord Jesus, or something funny like that. And the Pope was the first slave trader, intercontinental slave trader. So the religion is tied to slave trade. So many of those priests will come were slave owners in their countries, people that believed that we were inferior. So they were teaching these people that time from a place of hate. So these people think say Oyibo like them. They think say this way of teaching, when they beat them, they abuse them, they give them punishment. They think say now how people supposed to take learn be that. So they say don't normalize. They normalize that kind of hate. Normalize it, they internalize them. It's part of them. And that's what they spread to society. And they test you on it. You come out of school, they are your example of society. You understand? One of the reasons why we also act like our oppressor is because the oppressor make himself the example of society. You understand? That's why any of these idiots, when they go to talk, they say, I won't be like Dangote, I won't be like Otedola, Ashiwaju, I won't be like Tinubu, they see Dino Melaye. So they put these people as the example of society. And there's no way you want to take the enjoyment of their life without also taking the destruction that it causes. You understand? So that's why many people validate this behavior. You understand? That's why so many people validate the behavior, because they also make themselves what example of society. So we as a modern people must understand these things. And one of the things also, we say, for society, government decide how they want society to be by the kind of things that they enforce in society. So when I say that we are not our government, I mean say our government, now they make us act like them by force. Because if you to live in Nigeria and not act like the Nigerian government or be oppressive, or means that you might not even have an existence. I'll give you an example now. For example, let's say you did for red traffic lights. You stop for traffic light, boom. You wait for traffic lights as normal person supposed to do. Red light. Somebody come for your side, he pass, wham. Now, you dey there, you dey wait. Police stand there. Police see say the person beat light. Police no go stop him. Last man no go stop him. So you when you beat the light, you when you obey the law, you are made to look like a fool. You go for government office, go work. Then they give bribe. You when you not take bribe, you are made to look like a fool, because if you go report the person will take bribe, the organ now you they go sack. Now you will go report, now you go get problem. You understand? So this government, they intentionally normalize criminality. When you say Abba Kyari is working hand in hand with Hush Puppy, so imagine any young policeman when enter police force, where they hear that kind of news, where they see that kind of thing, and let me tell you, Abba Kyari is only a tip of the iceberg. It's only a tip of the iceberg. So you go say the system will force you, the system by itself, then go push you to become like the government. You understand what I'm saying? Now, let me show you the issue of salary, for example. Salaries now one of the way where the government take control our behavior. The elite of Nigeria, they deliberately charge high price for everything. I've told you people, our last bird's eye view, say many of the reasons why inflation did for Nigeria now because our government, even though they make less dollar, they increase the tariff of importation on dealers, on businessmen. You understand? The businessmen don't care, they keep quiet because they will just put the price on your head and you must pay. Because government don't increase life for their head, increase custom duty for their own head too. You understand? So now we as Nigerian people, they give you 30,000, 50,000 a month. Your transportation to work alone is maybe 35,000. Yes. I mean, with the way transport they fly every day, I don't see anybody going from Ikeja to Island every day and coming back and not spending maybe 1.5 or 2K. Say you take bus or Okada to move around. You must spend 2K every day just to get home. You understand? And a month is 30 days. So if your salary and you don't want to lose your job, the church way they collect there. So what do? You do yes sir for your organic. Anything your gas say you do. Right? Now anything way Oga talk we they do for Nigeria. This is one of the things we make me surprised when we still say, oh, Nigerians get the government that they deserve. No. This government is imposed on us. But the issue we get as Nigerian people, we say, we dey fall for their narrative. You understand? We believe them, say we cannot do better than that. And I understand why we believe them. Because they also control what? The institutions of influence. Now, this is not the biggest power they get. I don't tell you now about education. This is now one institution of influence. Now 3 days for society. Education, media, and religion. You see these 3 institutions, now they control influence for society. Who is influential? What will they pay attention to? You see these 3 institutions control the psyche, control the narrative, control the worldview of the citizens of any country. You understand? So now, are we saying that the government of Nigeria behaves like Nigerian people, or Nigerian people are forced to behave like the Nigerian government official due to the narrative that we will get from our schools, the media, and the religious institutions. When we even look at the behavior of some pastors, some imams, some men of God for Nigeria, many of them commit crimes. Many of them do things which they're supposed to do, nothing they happen. Remember under Jonathan, I saw they catch Orishe Jaffor with $9 million inside plane, saying they go help Nigerian government buy arms, which will consign pastor with arm buying. I don't understand, but anyway, the media misinform the people. The media will misrepresent the fact to the people. So how can you expect the people, the citizens of this country, that are being constantly lied to by their media, constantly misinformed by their media, how can they make informed decisions when, now let me say, when those of us who know the truth too, rather keep quiet in hopes of enjoying with the oppressor? You understand? So Nigerian people, yes, we have our flaws like any other group, but many of our flaws are because we never really nobody don't give us the opportunity to attain our full humanity. I always say, if a poor man in Nigeria is acting like a criminal, or is a criminal, say he begin thief, he do bad things, is it the same as our politicians acting like criminals? Okay, I think I'm back. So yeah, they don't put people for situation where hunger is a weapon, where they weaponize hunger against someone. So now somebody will steal because you know if you feed in family, you know get opportunity, right? In steal, in at the same kind of thief as somebody where no get problem of money, we no get money problem, but you consider steal. Now, if you say we are our government, I want to understand. Say, I know they support many people thief, but at the same time, I don't tell people what to do or not do. Now the job of our police to catch thief. Now the job of police security forces to catch criminals. So they should do their job. If police catch you, if you thief, don't call me. Case closed. That's how I am. But let me tell you now. So a man that is hungry, that cannot feed his kids, that has no opportunity, where we don't lock out of the system, now begin to hustle for himself. He do something bad. He steal. Now he steal from one person. He hurts one person or maybe 10 people. Yeah, and he steal from them in his time before they catch him, or 20 people. He steal from 20 people, or even steal from 100 people. You understand? They catch him. We say this guy is bad. I understand. But now, are we going to say that kind of act is the same kind of stealing that politicians steal? Because politicians steal from the whole country. And politicians now, they already have money. They already have lots and lots of money. So that stealing is a different kind of stealing now. Are we going to say it's the same thing that when a poor man is stealing than a rich man stealing? So we must differentiate. We must understand that a thief stealing is stealing, but a politician stealing is sabotage. It is different. It's sabotage. It is sabotage of the nation. So now the elite make us want feel, when they say, oh, everybody, they want you to feel like your own stealing is also the same kind of danger as somebody sabotaging the whole country. So we have to understand, we have to see sabotage. Non-Nigerian, none of us are willing to sabotage this country. That's how I know we are not our government. Nigerian people, let me tell you, we can give up. We will give up hope and run away. We will sell out this country. We will sell it out. We will go and use our talent to better other people's country, and we will go and do their doctor and watch their road. But trust me, I have not met any Nigerian yet. Maybe they are, because we already have them. But me, I have not met anyone. Me, I have not met anyone that deliberately wants to destroy this country. We go say, me, I go destroy this country. So we cannot compare somebody that is hell-bent on destroying the nation. We have to understand. So more not they compare, say because Nigerians are dishonest, Nigerians do something, say we are suddenly like government people. No, the level of our government politician dishonesty is at the level of treachery, the level of sabotage. Now, for my post, my last post, I really talk about how we don't represent ourselves. I say, if you look many youths for Nigeria, all those youths where everybody they look up to, you can never tell that anything is wrong in this country. You cannot tell that Nigerian youths are hungry. You cannot tell that anything bad is happening to Nigerian youths. You cannot look that, oh, Nigerian youths are oppressed. Judging by the action, the way, the lifestyle, the narrative of the youths in Nigeria, you can never tell that there's a problem. One guy one day, I get fever blister for my mouth here. I just go out. Me, I don't really care about, at least not anymore. Not anymore. When I was younger, maybe when I was up until like the age of 25, 26, I cared small, not anymore, but I spent a lot of money on clothes those days too, But now, not anymore, really. I don't care. Once I feel I look good enough and my clothes clean, I wear anything I like. The guy can't talk on my post, say, I'm looking too rough. I should go and clean up. I say, if all of us clean up, how do they know say some people they suffer for Nigeria? How they go take no? Say some people they suffer for here. You understand? Anyway, that was what my post was about. Then I made a post also. I want to remember until the second one there about our culture. Because for entertainment industry all over the world, in the black entertainment in general, from America, Africans in America to everybody shout for the culture, for the culture, for the culture. But everybody is promoting Gucci, Balenciaga, Benz, Maserati, Rolls Royce. Everybody is promoting Western things, Azul, Moet Chandon, Hennessy. This is everything that is visible in the culture. Is white, gold chain, bling bling, bling teeth, bling. Even though millions of Africans are being killed every day in the Congo, millions of Africans are being killed every day, every year in the Congo, in Sierra Leone, in Liberia, to get this gold and diamond. We don't care that is covered in the blood of our own people, because it is how white people show they are rich. We too must do it to show that we are rich. You understand? So what culture? So somebody can come there. He say, why we Africans, they always complain. The Asians were colonized. Or we the Asians were not really colonized. Only India, China. They were occupied, yes, let's agree. But anyway, the history of that one is not the same as our own. Anyway, but let's agree, okay. They too were dominated in Asia. They were dominated, and they've broken free. You say, why is it only Africans? So let's take, first of all, Asia is not free. Asia is not free. Let's know that, because Japan and China are doing well, and Singapore, one island of 3 million people, doesn't suddenly mean the whole of Asia have broken the yoke of colonialism and imperialism. Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, Turkmenistan. So many countries that people are doing badly in Asia due to colonialism and imperialism. You understand? So Now let's even take China, for example, that we are talking China. You know, what did they do? I can't tell you guys, say, the first thing the Chinese did was to wage war with people like you that defend imperialism and say it's African, so they should forget, why are we not it is first those naysayers amongst them, and they first do it, cleanse, come out for the land. First, wipe all those ones out. The ones where remain among them, now wrong, go Taiwan. You understand? That's why China does not recognize Taiwan. Taiwan is occupied by the Chinese nationalists, which Chairman Mao then pursue with the Chinese Civil War. So, anyway, we should know that. So before you talk, say they break the yoke, go and look at what those ones did. If you are saying we should do what they did, be careful what you ask for, because we are looking for an African way. We are looking for African way to rescue African people. Stop telling, we just go. That's a very quick shortcut. So back to what I was saying. The government of this country position themselves in a way that we, the people, have to imitate our government. You understand? Actively imitate our government. Because when you go to church, all the institutions of influence, I keep telling you, my people, you see, institutions of influence, this is what they do. It is their duty to create the mainstream ideas of society. See, the institutions of influence are the physical algorithms. And I say I don't learn the word from day before yesterday to now. Algorithm. Anyway, they are the physical algorithms of society. You see, so I been post something also where one guy they talk say TikTok for China, no, they promote waiting, TikTok for Africa, they promote. They say that because of waiting they won't watch. You know, these people came to argue. Some few people, although they be minority, so it so me say we don't get sense more. These few people came to argue that it is because we want to see these things, that's why they show us these things. Even though the American government themselves don't drag Mark Zuckerberg to Congress for promoting, deliberately promoting negative things, because that is what drives engagement. You see, if American platform, they do this to themselves, it was comparing the Chinese mindset to the American mindset. He said for China, to themselves, they know they promote that kind of negativity. They don't put the negative comment first for you to see, to engage. They didn't make TikTok for Chinese people to engage. You understand? They made it for them to develop, so that so in their own place, it is those positive things that they highlight, that the platform push. For example, when you press your explore page, search page on Instagram, if you go and look at what you see there, football, some painting, some funny things, funny things, dance, funny dance, yeah. You have all this there. I mean, I am a Pan-Africanist. I follow a lot of Pan-Africanists. I follow a lot of revolutionary pages. When I go to my search page I don't see any of these pages highlighted. So this is how, you know, if I post something on Instagram, for example, I have about 275,000 followers. If I post something on Instagram, Instagram will show it to maybe 10,000 of them, 20,000 of them. If I post something ideological, intellectual. But if I post something funny, something dumb, something, you know, negative, they will show it to 200,000 of them. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the thing. It is not that it is what we want to watch. It is what they show us. It is what they show us. It has been proven in American Congress. Beyond reasonable doubt, 2 months ago or so, one of Mark Zuckerberg's vice presidents came out to whistleblow against him. Go and listen. I've forgotten her name. Go to YouTube. Vice president of Facebook in Congress. Now one woman. Listen to what this lady said about Facebook and how they operate, how they enable negativity, enable bullying to drive engagement. So don't think that you're the one choosing what you see or you're the one using this social media. Many of you are being used by social media. You understand? Many of you are being used by it. You're not using it. It's a big difference. You must understand it to be able to use it. Me, I use my social media. They cannot use me. My phone don't even get notification. All my friends, they wonder, how do I use phone like this? My phone don't get, they ring out. No notification, no ringing out. The only way I use my phone is if I look at my phone. My phone cannot call me, can't use me. Never. There's no notification. If you message me, nothing they show for my screen, except I open the app. I turn off all notifications, I must look at the phone. Not because I go to do something important. The phone go to call me. I go to, oh God, wait, calm down. Tell them who gets who. Who gets who? So please don't think that is what you want that they are showing you. Never. That's not how it is. In fact, there's a documentary on Netflix. Many of you have Netflix. The documentary is called The Social Dilemma. The Social Dilemma. Watch The Social Dilemma and come back to me and tell me how, it is what you want that your social media shows you. I don't know why people are making excuses for imperialists. Like say Mark Zuckerberg go read their comments, come give them work. He not go read your comments. He told us your prayer. That miracle is not happening. Forget all those people you watch. It will happen to 10 in 1 million of you. 10 in 1 million. 10 in 1 million every generation. Not be say every year. Every generation. 10 in 1 million. So out of 58 million that is suffering, you understand? 500 of you will make it. They will not carry that 500 of you. I'll put you in front of the remaining 9,990,000, 500. They will not put you in front of 9,999,500 other people. As these 500 that have made it, as the validation of the system. If these 500 can make it, you 9.95 million are stupid, lazy, blah, blah, blah. That's it. They'll carry this, their 500 children, their 500 pets. They'll be showing them on all the channels, showing them on all the events, giving them all the award, giving them all the contract, putting them on all the banner. Because they see their face, non-stop. You can say, I'll be there, I'll be the next one. Story, you end up in the village. His village. His village you are going. There's no two ways about it. Trust me, many bros them where I grew up, we say they run things. Whether they run things, that's the way I deal. We say, I want like bears every day. They are in the village now. Village. So don't worry. Village. So these institutions of influence in society, now that they use, they create the algorithm where they run our society, where they make us behave like them. Even for hold up, come on, hold up. You wait there for your lane for hold up, you stay normal. You go see that person will go put one leg for covert, wait there for one kind of legal part of the road. Because they go, not nobody go stop her. Because they go, you go and stay for the hold up. You say, shall I not go join this guy? I've been in my own life won't stop. Now me won't stagnate. I'll give you, okay, how about lights? You pay for light for your house, your meter spoil, you go call NEPA come. Now, if you connect your light directly and you bypass the meter, it's illegal. So for you to first go call NEPA, it means that you are a honest person. You don't want to do anything illegal. You don't go call Disco. You say, hey, my meter don't spoil. Let me go and tell Disco. You go tell Disco, say, my meter don't spoil. Disco, I beg, I can't do the meter. Disco will carry your meter, say, okay, they can't do one. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, 1 year. They no go return meter. Now, if you can't go put your this thing now for direct light, they'll come meet you say you are a criminal. You don't understand this system. You don't understand that. Now you can go do that thing now. They'll come say you are this is why Nigeria is like this. What do you want me to do? There is no part of our existence that is not like this in this. You go school, you go read. Person will get money will come bribe lecturer, they'll give her a mark pass you. It is the problem is always from the point of authority. Now those people, the gatekeepers of society. Now then they call gatekeepers. Now then they ensure our oppression in the media, in the churches, and in the schools. You understand what they tell you from your university, from your high school? Your lecturer, your teacher, always supporting the children when they get money instead of the children when they intelligent. Always having favorite from the one where their papa they build things for the school, they donate money to the school. Now those children in the school they pay attention to, so they will put up for your head say no matter what you know, now people will get money, now they get respect. No matter what you know, so you go they diminish your respect for your intelligence. You man, they go make you begin to diminish the respect what you get for your intelligence. So you go to see because now education, you can't go church. When you reach church, pastor go to carry politicians. When they don't say they thief money, politicians will not say they kill people. Politicians will not say they sabotage our country. They go carry them for mosque, they go carry them for church, they go put them for front. You what you did there, where you be. Yeah, okay. Can you guys hear me now? How about now? Okay, good. So let's do this. Now, you go church. Let me go back to where I was here. Good people that go to church, go to mosque, God fearing in the name of God, then they do bad things. They go to church, pastor not going to ever call you outside to talk about you. They not going to use you as an example. And I remember that what you be named? KICC pastor. Hey, I'll use the example. Recent example. Recent, make I do like that. That will leave, man. I don't know where that, but that pastor, man, when he that pastor with the crazy, when they wear one crowd like this, you say, hey, you do it, Nigerian characters. Wait, and they come. That guy will get KICC church. What it be name? Ashimolowo. Not be so he begin praise that guy when build house, when 21-story building with 4 cement. He take 4 bags of cement, build 21-story building. You don't see that kind of thing before. So for to even fit take 4 bags of cement, me say my mouth no good. Which kind of analysis be this? Take 4 bags of cement, build 21-story building. Not at all. Anyway, I sure say Ashimolowo don't tell us say use that 4 bag. The Lord will hold the building up. The Lord will stand in the foundation. You are building this house on the back of the Lord. The back of the Lord is unshakable. Nobody can shake the foundations of Jesus Christ. Use 4 bags of cement to build 21-story building. He can't get for in church. Now hear that? He can't talk about the guy. Now this is the point I'm trying to make to you. This kind of guy that can cut such corners, that was planning to kill. Nobody can tell me story. That owner of that building was planning to kill everybody in that house. And he no saying get government backing, nothing go do him. Nothing do TB Joshua when he kill how many 100 and something people within church. Nothing do him. What he do TB Joshua? Absolutely nothing. So they know they can get away with it. They will collect 100 million for flats, 200 million for flats, for family because they kill them on top. Nothing will happen. He was talking about him on stage, on his God, Jesus Christ, all the good things about the guy. Say, now he has been in London, he has been in South Africa, he has been here. Now, and the funny thing, they say all the ones where he built for this Oyibo country, no one fall on top of Oyibo head. He can't come your own country now. When I see where, okay, anyway. So you see, this is the behavior. So you were there for that church where you be good person, you're going to do things, you're going to try. They're not going to ever validate your humanity. They're not going to validate your existence. But all of us know, say, these people are criminals, crooks, money launderers. They go put them in front of church. They're going to validate their existence. Right? So what does that one mean? What does that one mean? It means, say, you go now, you don't want to be a good person again. You are trying to be like the God. You have to try. If you love God and God is choosing these evil people, you have to now type, you'll be like them now. If those people now come meet you, they tell you bad things. Instead of you to fight them in the name of Muhammad, fight them, but you can't fight them because you don't see saying that Muhammad and Jesus embrace them. You have to. So this is how they make us like them. We are not our government. You understand? But we understand, say we there for society where we say behavior like their own. Naim the maker. Say the more you behave like them, the more they help you, the more you see, the more you move forward in life, the more laws you break, the more things happen for you in Nigeria. So that is why most people do those things. We don't do it because we are innately like our government. We do it because our government forces us to be like that. I don't know when my the sound cut the first time, but even they tell about education for Nigeria. No matter how you read, no matter what you know, the school go, the lecturer go they give rich man picking with he bribe him the same, even more marks than you. They go they praise him for the school pass you. Why? Because he has money. Now you as a young student, what are you thinking? Oh, anybody will get money, man. The respect what you get for your intelligence, you could throw it for one side. You begin to worship money. Because that is what they want. That is that's what they control. It's only money. That's why I always tell people, you know, like, man, you need more than money to impress somebody like me. Because me, I know something where most people never know for their life. You see, every evil person, every single person in this world that we have all agreed is evil has money. Has money. In fact, money is the thing that all evil people have in common. It's money. So how can you not tell me to respect you or just because you have money? Hitler had money. Does that mean I should respect Hitler? Abacha had money. Babangida has money. Obasanjo has money. I should respect them. El Chapo has money. All the drug dealers have money. All the armed robbers have. Every evil person has money. So if you have money, it is not the reason why I must respect you. In fact, if that is all you have, if money is all you have, the more reason I'm skeptical of you. So it's only money. So if evil people can only control money, it is relevant. It is relevant to their survival. It is relevant to the survival of the evil people of the world that the people also fear and respect money. Because if they can create a society where we are all subservient to money, we are all buyable, where we can all be bought, where nobody really has principle, where one day everybody will say, you know, go better for Ashiwaju, the next day, where Ashiwaju they share money, everybody will come outside to say, he has experience. You understand what I'm saying? Because as soon as they can make you believe in money, as soon as they can make you believe in money, you have lost the battle to them. You are now unconsciously already part of their army. because they know that they can just pick anybody in society. So that is why the three institutions of influence always only validate things about money. Money. He has 10 cars. He has built 100 houses. Look at his gold chain. Look at his gold watch. In fact, it's difficult for me to say that I've seen any African rich man that talks about his legacy. Even you read books, their books, you watch their films, you listen to their songs. These people, you listen to their song, all they can show you are the things they could buy, the luxury they can afford. They really have no substance. They cannot enlighten you about anything that you don't know. They just validate your fears. When I see many of people, they say, oh, it's deep. The deep thing he has done is to validate our fear. Oh, don't trust anybody, man. If you trust anybody, you'll be fucked, man. You say, oh. Don't trust the man on your left, man. Don't trust the man on your right, man. They're all trying to get you. You don't know who the snitch is. Damn. That's my friend, they sneeze. They snore. TBJ, Lajue. You're snoring the entire my life. I know gonna be, you're not even going to snore, snoring of a power bike. Now, Okada. Anyway, so you see, we as a people are forced to act like our oppressors, to validate their existence. And then the media, so I'm on the media now, the last institution of influence. What did they use to make us think, say we be like? So, the media, they have a plethora of things to pick news from. They can make anything they like news. So that's why they always like to make mundane things news. Stupid things news. Things that validate the oppressor news. Since we don't dey for this Nigeria now, we know about the amount of corruption we dey for this country. How many investigative journalists don't do anything from NTA, Punch, Guardian, we have a nation, and no born nation where nation say that Tinubu get nation, which nation won't investigate. Nation has no business. Now only independent journalists, they bring out some investigation where they do, Sahara reporters, sometimes, we give thanks, BBC. But you see, in general, our media does not give us any information. All the information that they give us is the narrative of the elites. You understand? So, those things validate the position of our elites. Now they make people, they behave like, say, things say, oh, we are the government, we are our government. And Nigerians get the government that they deserve. You understand? Because, you look at the news also, many great things are happening in this country. Many people are doing good things in this country. We as MOP, people in MOP are doing good things in this country. Right? Young people trying to make things happen. So many young people in Nigeria are doing positive things. Trying to live sustainably, doing all the things that, But what thing is people go carry? Now, young people, where they do Yahoo, where they catch. Person where go behead, person where they catch. Okay, put that in the news, but also forget all these people that are just earning profit for themselves or doing. But how about people trying to strengthen the community? The people that are working for the betterment of community. They are everywhere in Lagos. Many organizations that dedicate themselves to fighting unfair electricity tariff, fighting police brutality. Even when I had my police case, the great people from this organization. Oh, yeah, they skipped my mind just now. But a group of lawyers that defend human rights activists. You know, so many organizations in Nigeria where young people are trying to do the right thing, where young people are working hard to do. Do you ever see these news people putting these people out there, making them famous, putting them on pedestal, validating them, giving them props? No, you never see that happening. You never see that happening. So we must understand that so many things are happening that are made to make us think like we are like our government, but we are not our government. We, the Nigerian people, are forced daily by the situations created by our political and business elites. And one of the things also is that we cannot get justice. You cannot get justice. If somebody cheats you for Nigeria, if somebody steals your property, imagine suing somebody to court. You'll be there for 10 years, 15 years. And we all know that justice delayed is justice denied. The only way to now get your justice is to go and bribe police to come and use force and grab to lock somebody up illegally. You are an oppressor. But what choice do you have when they've removed the apparatus of civil conflict resolution? They've removed it from our existence. There's no avenue for conflict resolutions. You can't take anybody to court for a civil case. You'll be there for 10 years at least. 15 years, you're still fighting. I remember when my brother dragged ourselves to court. We got to court in 1999. By 2009, now we call ourselves, say, listen, I know, you see the verse? By 2009, we call, you see the verse? I know verse. Una go settle for inside the case. Una go settle inside the court, inside the case. In the madness. So, how do we act? How do we not oppress one another? How do you go about it? Except you just want to allow yourself to be abused, to be used. You think that somebody don't cheat you again. How many? You only have 2 cheeks. Just like say, if they slap you one, you what? Turn the other cheek, you turn up. They give you why again? What other cheek do? Where else you want turn? You want open your other cheek? Must you open the other cheek too to be fucked? Must you get fucked? After they don't give you shower. The next one, the other cheeks you have to live is to be fucked. So what do we do at that point where there's no court system? Where there's no court system, no justice system, you going to work out for road. I said, you know how many people they kiddie are waiting trial 10 years? So what can we do? The government makes sure that they remove anything that will establish our humanity, that will establish our dignity. It is removed. You understand? Not be say Nigerians, they collect weekly welfare money and they still decide to do anything. Listen, if Europeans go and read the history of England before the social welfare system, they never read Oliver Twist's story. They don't forget Oliver Twist. At least if they don't teach you anything, you know read Oliver Twist. What if the Oliver Twist work? He's a pickpocket. That's gangs of pickpockets roaming around England. When you say survival of the fittest, go read the law, go read America history. Go read how many world wars, 2 world wars, until they establish the social welfare system all across Europe. Before their society gets some semblance of calm. Now don't forget them Al Capone. Now the prohibition era. Al Capone, this, that. Criminals left, right, and center. Facing government for shootout. John Dillinger, Billy the Kid. People will say the criminal saute, they be legend. See, today we are talking about them. Nigeria only don't get two criminals like that. Anini and Shinorambo. Finish this, only these two criminals. Only Anini and Shinorambo we know for Nigeria, as we know Al Capone. Why can they talk like this? Do you know what it means to exist in your society without any safety nets? So when you see Oyibo people behaving like they don't like petty, when you say Oyibo police, so they collect $20 bribe. Now because his salary is about $80,000 a year, $90,000, $100,000. Police they make 50 million naira a year. You won't come give a bribe or 5,000. Let me say will give you slap. He say American police so they collect bribe, but you must high. You must high. So because the bribe must high, not everybody can pay it. So bribe is not rampant. But for Nigeria, our police they collect less than 1 million a year. I come on add 5,000. You walk on the form, say you get past 1 million. You know, collect and you do alright. So and now everybody get 5,000. So now them they create the situation deliberately. The government of Nigeria deliberately creates the situations by removing the social systems, the infrastructures, and the institutions where we need to act with dignity. I mean, if somebody hit your, just say somebody hit your car for Nigeria, bim for road. Where is the insurance? You go pay insurance claim, third party go answer you, and you don't pay your insurance third party claim. Not, it will not. Meanwhile, I don't want to name my insurance company because they later gave me my money. But I crashed one of my beds one time. I get one 2-seater where I buy. On my brother's birthday, I get mad accident. I total the car. And this car, I get comprehensive insurance on the car. This accident happened for June. You know when my insurance company pay me? Like October. In fact, I don't already buy another car. The new model of that car where they use, I don't buy them. They use them before they pay me my money back. I was dragging with them to get my money. So all the institutions we will get for this country, they are working effectively to suppress and oppress the ambitions of the African man. No, not two ways about it. And it is global. I don't make that, I don't show that, what they call them, similarity. About the African man, anywhere within the world, we are going through the same thing. Housing problem, employment problem, banking problem with loans. You know, understand? And police brutality. Anywhere where black man day for the world, the institutions of this world are set up, where Oyibo set up, is there to exclude us. That's why if you go for America, they'll tell you, say, then they get bank, loan for banks. Say all the banks are owned by white people, then they give them a loan. Come to Nigeria, where all our banks are so-called black banks. Can we get loan? How many Oyibo police don't kill for your presence for Nigeria before? Zero. Me, I never see them. But go to America, cops killing black people everywhere. Come to Africa, cops killing black people everywhere. So without any amenities, without any social system or institution to secure our humanity as they are, as we are helping to secure European and American humanities, why will you now say that we are our government? For you to know who we are, for us as African people to actually know who we are, we must be given the opportunity to fulfill our dreams and ambition. Now, in the presence and in the situation where African people are able to choose how to exist, then you now choose to be bad. You cannot say, hey, these people will not get hope. But where we have not been given these opportunities, somebody now come out and say that Nigerian people are this, we are that. I don't feel it's true. I don't even believe, say right now, say if Nigeria is proper, I don't believe that everybody that is a 419 today will be 419. If Nigeria is proper, I don't believe that many boys who they do bandits today, could they do bandits. Kidnappers, I know believe that every man with the kidnap today could be kidnapper. We must agree, say, out of all these people where they do all these bad things, someday we'll be saying that the system push them mental. And someday we'll be saying, whether you put them or you don't put them, they'll still do bad things. Yes, we know them because we have politicians who are already rich but still doing bad things. For money. To sabotage their country. So we know that no matter what you give some people, they must still be criminals. Our example there is our elite and our politicians. We see them, billions, more house all over the world. They have house in Dubai, house in Paris, house in Germany, house in Switzerland, house in London, house in New York, house in LA, house in Ghana, house in South Africa, house everywhere, house. Everywhere car, everywhere Rolls Royce, everywhere gold, everywhere Rolex, everywhere everything. Still, they are stealing. You know, they don't say, hey, please go and use this thing to build something for the people. I don't want to just, don't bring it to me. I'm tired. I'm tired. They can never say it. So I know, say some people did. But we are not all like that. They cannot tell me that every African man is like this. No. It's not that we are not like this. We have been pushed to the back. Their press will not talk about us. Their pastor will not talk about us. Their schools will not talk about us. You will never hear yourself validated in society. So that young people do not start thinking the way you think. Because you see, let me tell you the power of ideas in human life. The power of exposure. You see, human beings, see, let me teach you something today. Human beings, are what you make them from childhood. So when from childhood, children are exposed to all this negativity, these abnormalities that are normalized, when all this negative influence is allowed to permeate the consciousness of our children, we are allowing the oppressors to win. I'll give you an example, you see. Human beings, right? If you take a baby, one human baby, see, we are the only ones that do this, you see. Let me start from, if you take a lion, and you put this lion with dogs, this lion grow up with these dogs, you see, no matter what, the lion will never bark. Even though he grew up with dogs that bark every day, the lion will still do it. The lion will roar, roar. It will never bark. It will never for once do woof. Never. You see, if you take a tiger, if you take a tiger and go and put it among crocodiles, let's say those crocodiles end up not eating the tiger will never live inside the water. It will live on, it will come back and live on land. It will not catch animal and twist like crocodile. You understand what I'm saying? But you see human beings. If you take a human baby and you put a human baby with lions, for some reason those lions don't eat that baby, and that baby grows up with those lions, that baby will never walk on two legs. That baby will walk like a lion. That baby will never talk like a human being. It will roar like a lion. Human beings are the only creatures on earth that have that level of adaptability. So when you put us inside this kind of oppressive situation, we will adapt to the oppressive situation. If you put us in a situation where it's conducive, we will act in a benevolent way to fit our situation. We are a product of our government, not vice versa. We act the way we act because we are in this situation. The only ones that are in this situation that choose it are those in power. You see, and that's how the Dowen matter has been locked up. As soon as Dowen matter happened, I told you people to stop nonsense. Stop talking nonsense. Stop talking nonsense. There is nothing they're going to do. If it's cultism matter, everybody, if it's cultism that has happened there, even the judge that wants to judge the case is in court. So don't worry about that. I don't tell you, I did the whole live about that Dowen issue. So let me go back, we are adaptive creatures. We will adapt to our situation. There is no society in the world that has been able to develop without the active assistance of some of their elites. You see now, some of the elites might be good, some will be bad, and then the good ones will definitely now win the bad ones with the help of the people. We have never had such elites in Nigeria. Because for one reason only, our elites have always had, the bad elites in Africa have always had support from the outside elites, the imperialists, to kill the good elites of Africa. From Nkrumah to Sankara to my father. Anybody that has decided to stand up for the African people, the evil people of Africa, with the active connivance of the West, they kill the people. So we have that issue. We have that issue. That is why we must now understand that in Africa we must reject elitism. We must reject it. That's why I always say to people, Africa, we have the opportunity to create a new world. This is what is exciting for me. The only thing exciting for me about being Nigerian is that every day I get to imagine a new world. I get to imagine a new way to be. Knowing fully well that this system that I live under does not represent me, cannot represent me, will not benefit my children. I, as Seun, must now live my life imagining a new world and dedicating myself to creating that world. So you are only like our government if you are not deciding to change the world. If you are accepting this world as it is, because it is benefiting you or because you think it will benefit you, then maybe you are our government. But the majority of us, I know for a fact, we don't like this system. We want something new. But the system and its false narrative and misrepresentation of our reality continues to make you feel like you cannot do anything to change it. Well, I'm here today to tell you that that's a lie. That's what they want you to believe. The elite of this world, the Nigerian elite, they spend billions to distract you from that purpose. It is their distraction, it is their lies, their misrepresentation that makes you feel like you are not historical. But we are all here. I always tell you, everybody was put on earth to make history. We told our ancestors we want to come back to avenge them. That's why we are here. I'm telling you, you made that decision. You can't remember it now. Definitely you can't. I know. But trust me, if you meditate long enough and the ancestors decide to bestow you with visions of the before the before, you're able to meditate that deep to see. You will realize, when you get to the core of your being, you will now see your mission. You will know that this mission is not something that was imposed. You are the one that got up where you don't remember and told them, send me. I want to go back. I'm telling you, see that once you begin to, the closer you are to accepting your mission, to accepting this thing, the more human you will feel. I'm not joking. The more human you will feel, the more you reject the ways of our oppressors, the more you reject this unnatural situation that we find ourselves as African people, the more you organize towards bringing about the change that you expect our people to exist under the system. You will see that there will be something new about your humanity, something powerful about you that you don't even understand from within you, because you are validating your purpose yourself. You don't need anybody else. You understand? So that is our reality. That is why we must understand that we are powerful. They spend billions. In fact, that's why I say Nigeria is special. Nigerian elites are the only elite in the world that spend more on entertainment than they do on education. Go and do the research. Check anywhere. All elites in this world invest more in the education and the development of their youth than they spend on entertainment in that country. On cinema, clubbing, drinking, parties, wedding. If you add up everything, it is never as much as they give to their universities, to their high schools, in terms of budget allocation, in terms of private donation. It is never as much. But in Nigeria, look how much the whole educational sector of Nigeria, secondary to primary, is 40-something billion and government drop. You understand what I'm saying? 40-something billion naira for all the university, all the polytechnic, all the secondary school, all the primary school under government control. 40-something billion. The budget of weddings in Lagos every week alone is 5 billion naira. Every weekend in Lagos alone, every week, we spend 5 billion on wedding. On education, 40 billion a year. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a reason why I've not added the money we spend inside club on dinner, on cinema, on all this other, on shows. Just wedding alone. Nightclub every week, that would be like maybe 15 billion a week on nightclub. At least 15 billion naira. At least. I'm not going to drink. Who orders? Listen, I'm telling you, I'm not saying don't have fun, but you cannot be. Our country is in a situation where we cannot be all about that life. That cannot be everything we do, all we do. The only way we find relevance in our existence, you know, the only fun. Our fun must be in developing our nation. That's what we should find fun. That must be our most happy hour. That must be our most engaging thing. The most interesting thing to do must be us imagining how we want to build our nation and bringing it to and manifesting it in reality. Imagining it and manifesting it. That must be the most exciting thing that we want to do. But no, not Nigerians. After I don't watch MTV and kiss, they are finished with your brain. You understand? So that is what they distract us from. You understand? But we must understand that we have the power. Don't be defeated. Forget those ones that have given up, that are benefiting the innately evil. Because trust me, as some of us chose to come here to make sure we avenge, some of us chose to come and sabotage. That let me go and help my own ancestors that sold them out. To me, I want to go and help the ones that sold them out. Yeah, so you don't think we are one. Because always remember, some Africans sold us. We are not one. You know, that being said, that's it for today, you know. So we must always remember these things and understand that we must actively resist. It is a personal decision. It's not like something that you must. It is not easy. It is difficult, but we must actively resist. You understand? We must make it a conscious decision. We must be deliberate about it. You know. Thank you very much for joining the BEV today. So many of you came out. 700 of us. Wow. We are growing, fam. We're growing. But good news. Today we finally secured our headquarters for the movement of the people in Abuja. The national headquarters has been secured. Now we're going to go around making it look good and ready for the people. I want to say a big thank you to everybody that donated money to MOP to bring this first phase of our establishment to life. We are very happy and we hope to get more of your money towards the emancipation and liberation of Nigerian people. Understand? I want to thank all the members of MOP in Abuja, especially Crazy. You know, without Crazy, I don't think we would have made this happen. He really gave a lot of time and effort. Comrade Crazy, we thank you very much. We in the admin of the MOP and we MOP Lagos. You know, in fact, on behalf of every MOP chapter, you know, all 17 of us, we thank you very much. And yeah, we're looking forward to coming to Abuja to meet with everybody and all the national executives and state reps as we begin our final push towards registering with INEC. You know, thank you everybody for your support. You know, but I feel that now that we've shown the Nigerian people that we are serious and we are moving forward, we would like more people to show us support, more people to join in, more people to volunteer, more people to help to bring this dream to fruition. The MOP, I believe, is the beginning of the political, economic, and social liberation of Nigerian people and motherland people as a whole. You know. Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody.